Your Nindroids have failed, General Cryptor, but my next creation won't. The Digital Overlord. Hello, I'm Sensei the Dark Master, and welcome back to the Lore of Ninjago. And in today's video, we shall be covering the third and final type of quote-unquote dragon of Ninjago, with heavy quotation marks there. Those being the dragon mechs, or mechs that are based off dragons. We shall be covering their history, their appearance, abilities, and weaknesses. The first dragon mech was seen when the Digital Overlord created the Nindroid Mech Dragon during the Nindroid Crisis. Initially automated by its own AI until it was shut down by the destruction of the wind farm power station by the Ninja. It would be reactivated and possessed by the Digital Overlord, with which he used to carry Pythor and the corrupted Master Wu down to drain the golden power from a kidnapped Lloyd. This was luckily cut short thanks to the ninja's interference in the Digiverse, which sent the Nindroid Mech Dragon falling into the depths of the Endless Sea and left the Overlord with an incomplete body at the bottom of the ocean. And from there was a huge gap of mechs inspired by dragons. But then the ninja were banished to the realm of dragons and Oni. There, in an attempt to escape, the dragon hunters built a pretty trash fake mech to pretend to be the firstborn and scare them. The last two dragon mechs were seen and introduced via Prime Empire. Unagami could either summon the Empire Dragon or transform into it. The Red Dragon was an entity that guarded the Purple Kitana in the maze that bears its name. Jay would go on to eventually defeat the Red Dragon and turn into a sunnable ally in the form of the Blue Dragon. Now that we've covered their history, let's cover their individual abilities. Because the various Mech Dragons are highly individualized, I will be discussing their weaknesses and powers individually, as there is little if nothing shared between them, except for the fact that they are indeed mechs that are based in general appearance off dragons. Let us start with the one that started it all, the dragon known as the Nindroid Mech Dragon. The Nindroid Mech Dragon was a very durable individual who was able to endure great punishment and fly through the sky at high speeds. There were buzzsaws that could either be used for direct offense or to cut through obstacles without losing speed. Its main weapons wore a large cannon on its back, and it carried a high-tech lab for usage by the Overlord. In terms of appearance, its color scheme was dominated by black, purple, and silver, with small red highlights. This is consistent with the rest of the Nindroid army. Its primary weakness is that without a power or an AI, it can't function, as seen when the ninja destroyed the power plant. Though that particular weakness was overcome by the use of Electro-Cobra offered by Pythor that allowed it to be now self-efficient. But this itself was undone when the Overlord AI was separated from it, and it's presumed to have been destroyed afterwards. The firstborn mech has absolutely no abilities whatsoever. It can't breathe any weapons, nor does it have cannons. It can barely fly and is easily shot down by even the weakest of weapons. In overall appearance, it's just a hunk of trash made out of scrap by the ninja in a desperate attempt to escape. And the only reason they were able to escape was because the actual firstborn showed up and distracted the dragon hunters. Overall, a big piece of trash.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring.
The third and fourth dragons are collectively referred to as cyber dragons, which refers to the fact that they originated from a video game, that video game being the Prime Empire. Interestingly, like elemental dragons, they can be summoned and dissipated by the user at a moment's notice. The first cyber dragon is the Empire Dragon, also called Unagami's Black Dragon. It can breathe a fire breath attack and shoot a pair of missiles. It also has the Konami code in its cockpit. In terms of appearance, it maintains Unagami's main color scheme, that being black, teal, and red. In terms of weaknesses, Unagami takes this form when he is angry or wants to intimidate someone, which means if you calm him down, he'll lose this form. And also, while he has the form, he's unpredictable, but easy to counter due to how anger blinds someone. The second cyber dragon was the Blue Dragon, formerly known as the Red Dragon. It too has a pair of missile launchers and can also breathe fire. In terms of weaknesses, it has a weak scale on its back that if hit 16 times, it is killed and can then be summoned by the one who killed it, like Jay did. However, it appears to be much weaker than Unagami, as Unagami is able to shoot it down with just a single blast, as opposed to 16 ones. For the fifth and final Mech Dragon, we must go to the dreaded Ninjago movie. This is Lloyd Garmadon's Green Mech Dragon. In terms of abilities, it has a huge amount of missiles to just an absurd degree. And it is thanks to these weapons that Lloyd can easily defeat Garmadon's initial mech. However, a weakness is that it is of no use against a foe that is either immune to missiles and has a grab attack, as much like a snake, when grasped around the neck, it can easily be tossed aside. Much as Garmadon did in his mech, the Garma Mecha Man. And yes, I know the movie had terrible names. We gotta move on from that. From the Mech Dragons, we learn the dangers but also the potential advantages to the use of technology. And from them, we must learn how to use technology wisely. I am Sensei the Dark Master, and join me next time on the Lore of Ninjago. Now have a great day. See you later.